Here, let's do this.
Well, here in Washington, there is new fallout for those Democratic lawmakers who appeared in a video telling military members that they can refuse to follow illegal orders. The 4 House members and 2 senators are now confirming that the FBI is attempting to schedule interviews with them. They're also accusing President Trump of using the agency as a tool to intimidate and harass them.
Anti-ICE commercials encouraging agents to walk away set to hit the air Thanksgiving weekend. Play them now. Play them now. I want to see the video. Oh, here it is.
You will be caught. You will be removed, and you will never return.
Video to a monitor shows the moment ICE agents
Daddy, how's your day?
This is already a fail because the kid didn't see that advertisement and ask their dad why they do that. That's how it should go. It should go, why are you doing that? It should have like the family over, like, and everybody's like in the living room hanging out, like watching TV. And then that ad comes up and everybody like looks over and I'm like, what the fuck is that? That's how it should go. It would not go like that in real life, but that's how it should look.
A mask can't hide you from your neighbors, your children, and God. They'll know. You can walk away before the shame follows you home.
Daddy, how's your day?
Dems once again proving that they don't know how messaging works. The voiceover is good, right? Like this part.
A mask can't hide you from your neighbors, your children, and God. They'll know. You can walk away before the shame follows you home.
Like leading up to like this part, you can't hide from the shame. They don't have shame. It should have followed up with the mask won't protect you from justice. Like, we are coming for you. You will go to prison. I don't think this is gonna work. The kid asking, Daddy, how is your day? Won't work because most of these fuckers are divorced dads or incels that don't have kids. Yeah, like they don't have custody. This is assuming these people have empathy. Yeah, and they don't. They just don't. Swing and a miss.
Posted that video as former military members or CIA workers and urging military members to disobey illegal orders. And we know President Trump immediately did not like that video. He responded with a series of social media posts accusing these members of Congress of seditious behavior, even going so far to suggest that that is a crime that is punishable by death, was his initial reaction. Worth noting, the administration takes particular issue with what they describe as the implication that any of the orders from the president so far have been illegal.
I think that the pressure that the Trump admin is putting on Cash, threatening him with removing him from his station, is so that he will go through with this, so that he'll like ignore the law as they normally do, but specifically on this, so that, you know, this is like a test.
Hey, follow through with this, have them arrested or removed from office, or you're out. We'll find somebody who will.
It is not normal to make these accusations. It is not normal to invoke these kinds of threats of violence.
All right, Greg.
Yes.
Which one of those Looney Tunes do you want to start with?
Well, I would like to paraphrase The Who and say, meet the new hoax, same as the old hoax. This is a military video that managed to make something out of nothing. So you have, it's the pure structure. One, you begin with an insinuation that becomes an imaginary problem that is bolstered by, and this is important, the credentialed class, which is exactly what they did with the denial of Hunter's laptop and Russian collusion. You find so-called experts. Then this is amplified by a receptive media. You saw that with Russia collusion and the Fine People hoax. And then you get the Trump response, which is then incorporated in.
There are other things that you can tie, like, you know, oh, it's a hoax, to this specifically, but the Russia one is very strange because, like, there aren't, like, Russian assets, like, doing espionage in the streets of America. Like, we're seeing on video the operatives that are breaking the law here. And we're also seeing the, like, White House comms department just sharing the war crimes as a brag, like on Maine, is like in regards to both ICE operations and the blowing up of Venezuelan ships.
Into the
not even ships, boats.
That he is authoritarian. Look how he responded. However, this can only work if you have no memory or no scruples, because there's no credibility among the Democrats or the media. The big picture here, why is this happening? The power and the currency of the Trump administration is energy, and the goal is to deplete that energy to handicap the White House and to handicap the rest of us. Tiring us out is their strategy. So when you see stuff like that, you realize the only value that you can give this thing is to absorb the story. Instead of absorbing it, you observe it. In fact, that's the way you should treat all news, is when a story is coming at you, you don't let it in. You just observe it, you let it swirl around.
What? Yeah, when there's reporting on something, don't digest it at all. Don't process it. Don't listen to it. In one ear, out the other. Matter of fact, don't even let it in the ear, okay? Build a big, beautiful wall around your ears.
Around you. You don't want to give it any energy, especially when they don't deserve your energy. Let the two discredited entities, the media and the Democrats, play ball between themselves. You cannot grant them any of your attention or your energy, given the Fine People hoax, the laptop cover-up, the Russian collusion, and especially, and most notably, the Joe Biden cover-up. If you take the word of the Democrats, and you probably still believe OJ is going to find the real killer, and he's dead. As for, and I'll shut up, the non-controversial thing that the astronaut says, it's kind of a half-truth in that it's obvious that you should not obey illegal orders. So that's non-controversial. What is controversial is that they did the video, which means...
Yeah, they're still thinking about the very fine people thing. Like, that they're still thinking about Hunter Biden's laptop. They're still talking about that. Like, I get the very fine people thing. Calling that a hoax is one thing, but like, at the very least, or at the very most, you would say like, oh, he was like misquoted, or the quote was misinterpreted, which it wasn't. Like, calling it a hoax. I hate the adoption of like Trump speak. It's not enough that they're doing newspeak. They're doing Trump speak. Like, they've adopted his language. Tremendous, big, beautiful, hoax, fraud, you know, losers, lunatics. Like, I hate it. Bro, they aren't talking about Hunter's laptop. They're talking about his dick.
Had nothing to do with that. So you don't gather all the elite Democrats together and make a video to state something obvious or banal. You do it to create dissent and chaos and deceive Americans.
Yeah, and it seems to me, Jesse, that for quite a long time now, these certain liberals and Democrats with lots of followers have gotten used to throwing out outlandish and false defamatory statements, especially about the president, and no one ever asks for specificity. Now you see someone just even say like, oh, which one? Which one are you talking about? And they immediately deflate because they are unable to cite anything that the president has done that isn't actually perfectly constitutional or within bounds.
And you got to give the mainstream media credit for asking a question. Usually they just buy it. We're not going to let the Democrats mess with the military anymore. We're just not going to let them do it. They already did it with DEI. They did it with trans. They had drag queen story hour on Army base.
With trans. What?
It's done. We're done with it, okay? They've already destroyed morale enough. And we're sick of cleaning up their messes in Ukraine and Iran at the border. We have a lot to handle.
Why are they acting like they aren't the media? To go back to the Carter quote earlier, couldn't be me. Oh, the media is like discredited? Couldn't be me.
The video is explicit that you should not obey unlawful orders, that actually your sworn duty is to the Constitution, not to a commander who's asking you to do illegal things. We've talked about this now 3 days in a row. So 3 days in a row, I'm going to say it would have been more ideal if there was specificity about the type of orders that you are hearing from lower ranking officers that they're concerned about. So if that...
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Yeah, they should have highlighted what the orders are. They should have explicitly said what it is. You know? And also, again, I must point out, Slotkin and Spamberger, the CIA agents, shouldn't have said can. refuse illegal orders. Should have said must, you have to, right? It should have been underscored with, if you don't, you will be held criminally liable. Like, you were not immune just because you were following orders.
That's Venezuelan boat strikes. Like, why did General Halsey resign from the Southern Command?
You don't know.
That's why I said why. It's in the form of a question. You're right. He just wanted to spend more time with his family.
You don't know if people are even...
Leave his family out of it, Jessica.
Don't make me talk about Todd Starnes. Pete Hegseth and Donald Trump addressing that meeting of generals and saying, you're going to have to help us clean up these blue cities, those kinds of things. But to Greg's point about, you shouldn't be elevating these people. They are doing exactly the wrong thing in Greg Gutfeld's mind, because now the face of the Democratic Party is Mark Kelly. It's not Zohran Mamdani. You have Donald Trump smiling at Mamdani. And you have Mark Kelly, who's a decorated veteran who is married to basically like the equivalent of an American saint in Gabby Giffords, who's won a purple state, has hugely high favorabilities, and now people are talking about the fact that the Democratic Party is represented by a guy like that. I'm personally thrilled. That is what my party is, the party of Mark Kelly's out there.
So this was a political move.
No, it's just a nice afterthought that we're getting a bounce out of it, right?
You're getting a bounce out of this? You look exhausted talking about it 3 days in a row. And you're complaining you have to do an FBI interview, which if you're not truthful, you might have to go to prison.
Pete Hegseth is spending his days melting down online instead of being over in the UAE negotiating peace between Ukraine and Russia. The Secretary of the Army is the one doing that. Pete's saying, I think your medals are in the wrong order, even though it's supposed to be a mirror image or something I read on the internet. I don't know. I'm not a veteran. But I'm just saying that I doubt that Mark Kelly, a guy who's even gone to space, 4 times, knows which way his medals are supposed to go.
Who gives a fuck about the medals? Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. Because I think her best retort in this is law and order. Law and order. Follow the law. You're all talking about, follow our laws, restore law and order. Breaking the law because you want to kill brown people or torture them or deport them. Okay? Breaking the law, doing that. Not exactly law and order. I think it's just the fact that he's melting down over it. Yeah. Why are we watching this horseshit again? Because we need to see what the right is talking about in regards to this, which is just saying stupid shit. It's just doing whataboutism.
Wow, maybe he doesn't. Tell him. You know what? Maybe he doesn't understand the gravity of the situation.
LOL a little. A little.
Oh, I get it. It's a space joke because Mark Kelly's an astronaut. Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah, know your enemy. We need a series of ads that's just straight up teaching actual World War II history. We really do.